So we talked, it was almost like 2, 3 weeks ago. You were actually in the office here. We talked about this fight. We talked about how
Yep.
you were preparing. And then you go in there and it takes you like 2 minutes to beat this guy down. It looked totally one-sided and it looked like it was easy work.
Yeah. Obviously, every fight is going to be a little nerve-wracking, especially when you're fighting in your hometown and you're on a big stage and you're an amateur and you're Muhammad Ali's grandson, all this stuff. But I felt calm when I got in there, and I think the first minute I was a little tense, a little sloppy, I think. But as soon as my coach told me to relax, that was when I got everything really adjusted and I was ready to go for the finish.
You're striking. It looks so sharp. You look so fast. You look so powerful. How did you feel in there once you got past that initial minute or so where you said you were pressing?
Yeah, no, I the first minute I was nervous. I feel like the first minute of every fight is like crazy nerves for both fighters. But yeah, my coach told me I think like a minute into the fight, he was like, settle down. And then that's kind of when I took a couple steps back and just breathed and was like, okay, like relax. And then as soon as I relaxed, that's when I felt a lot sharper.
So, your last three fights, 3 wins, three first round wins. We talked about turning pro, and you said, "Hey, look, I want to talk to my coach, and whenever he thinks it's time." Uh, with the benefit of hindsight, having been through this latest fight, Biaggio, where are you now with that decision? Do you feel like you're close to going pro? Might you do more amateur fights? What do you think the plan is now going forward after this spectacular performance?
Honestly, I don't think I'm that close. I think I need at least two or three more good wins, I think, under my belt, and then I think I'll be ready to go pro. Um, I do know that before I turn pro, my last two fights, I would like to have a really good challenge. Maybe go to war, where both of us are just bleeding to the pulp and black eyes and cuts and bruises and whatever. So I want to go through at least one or two wars before I'm ready to go pro. That way, I'm ready to go pro.
Is that to test yourself?
100%.
Do you feel like there's something you need to find out about yourself in that moment?
Yeah, 100%. Because I haven't been through like a bloody back and forth war yet, and that's what fighting's all about. I think I have a theory where the best fighters, some of the best fighters, can also take the most damage. You got watch guys like Max Holloway. These are guys that can just eat shots and they keep coming forward. If you're fighting someone and you're beating his ass and he's still coming forward towards you, like you're gonna think to yourself, "Wow, how am I gonna beat this guy? Like, what the hell?" So that's the type of fighter I want to be, and the only way I can know that is if I test myself and I put myself in that type of situation or fight. So yeah, I think before I turn pro, I want to go to like straight war for 3 minutes or for 3 rounds, and just test myself. I think the last two fights I want to get some really good challenge.
You told me how you want to stay active, you want to be busy.
Mm-hmm.
With that said, you didn't take much damage, if any. When do you want to get back in there, Biagio?
I think I might get back there in June. I know they have a card in Atlanta. I think June 16th. So right now I'm
Quick turnaround.
uh, yeah, quick turnaround. Just get as many fights as possible. Like that's the goal. I just want to get fight after fight after fight. At the end of the year, then that's when I can sit down with my coach and see what's good, what our next step is. But I think they have a fight June 16th, and it's not confirmed yet. But if I could get on that card, that would be cool.